Hello, my name is Nita Kakamat, 6124, number 9. Okay, everyone. Today we are talking about interesting place. I'd like to talk about the city of Vancouver in British Columbia, Canada. It's one of the most beautiful cities in the world. We often think cities are urban areas with traffic and modern buildings. We do not usually think cities have woods, lakes, and fields. But Vancouver is a clean city, a place that's good to live in because it has cleaner water and land. Vancouver has the best part of green forest and city life. I would like to talk about some history of Vancouver as well as some of the advantages and disadvantages of the green city. Vancouver originally was a place where the native people of the area lived and traded for thousands of years before Europeans came to live there in the 1800s. Then in the 1886 at the first city meeting, the people of Vancouver asked the national government to give the city 1,000 acres to use as a park. They got the land from the government and started Stanley Park. This was the start of Vancouver becoming a green city with many parks and beautiful views. But being a green city with lots of parks has both advantages and disadvantages. First of all, let's look at some of the advantages. Obviously, Stanley Park is a large park. In fact, because it's located in the city of Vancouver, it is the third largest urban park in North America. It has many gardens, walking paths, trees, and even animals like blessed eagles, coyotes, and seals. As we know, lots of trees help clean the city air. Also, lots of parks give many people place to walk. So they are healthy since Vancouver is near the mountain and the ocean. People can enjoy these outdoors easily during the warm, sunny summers. When people go to Stanley Park, they can enjoy ancient trees and tea as they walk near the ocean. Or they can have fun by Beaver Lake, which, like Stanley Park, helps make Vancouver one of the healthiest and cleanest cities in the world. Global warming is an important issue around the world. Recently, it has created problems in the western grassland forests of India. Forests are important for slowing down global warming because of the work that trees do for us. Trees are global cleaners. They take in carbon dioxide, CO2, the gas that heats the atmosphere. So every time we cut down trees, we make global warming worse. Then global warming damages the forest more. More trees disappear because the change in temperature stops the normal growth of the forest. Nowadays, rainforests get less rain, and this is changing the way they work. Government around the world are beginning to work on the problems. Although governments say they will stop the damage to forests, scientists don't think the work is happening quickly enough. The scientists say the forests are changing the animals and the plants that animals need are changing. In fact, scientists believe 45% of the forest area are going to change completely in the next 80 years. This is where the purple frog becomes important. A report tells us that the frog is in the danger of disappearing forever. The frog can run away fast. The frog can run very fast, makes a noise like a small chicken, and is one of the most unusual animals in the world. Of course, for some people, the end of one type of frog is not important because it is for biologists and researchers from Delhi University who discovered it in 2010 for him. The problems of the purple fox show the global warming is doing to the Indian rainforest. He explains that this interesting animal won't be allowed much longer if we don't take care of the forest.
Hello, my name is Thiwarat Phongphaewan. I'm 6, 1, 2, 4. My number is 16. Okay, everyone, today we are talking about interesting places. I like to talk about the city of Vancouver in British Columbia, Canada. It's one of the most beautiful cities in the world. We often think cities are urban areas with traffic and modern buildings. We do not usually think cities have woods, lakes, and fields. But Vancouver is a green city, a place that is good to live in because it has clean air, water, and land. Vancouver has the best parts of green forests and city life. I would like to talk about some history of Vancouver as well as some of advantages and disadvantages of the green city. Vancouver originally was a place where the native people of the area lived and traded for thousands of years before Europeans came to live there in the 1800s. Then, in 1886, at the first city meeting, the people of Vancouver asked the national government to give the city 1,000 acres to use as a park. They got the land from the government and started Stanley Park. This was the start of Vancouver becoming a green city with many parks and beautiful views. But being a green city with lots of parks had both advantages and disadvantages. First of all, let's look at of the advantages. Obviously, Stanley Park is a large park. In fact, because it is located in the city of Vancouver, it is the third largest urban park in North America. It has many gardens, walking paths, trees, and even animals like bald eagles, coyotes, and seals. As we know, lots of trees help clean the city air. Also, lots of parks giving people many places to work. So they are healthier since Vancouver is near the mountains and the oceans. People can enjoy the outdoors easily during the warm, sunny summers. When people go to Stanley Parks, they can enjoy ancient trees as they walk near the oceans, or they can have fun by Breville Lake, which, like Stanley Park, helps make Vancouver one of the healthiest and cleanest cities in the world. Global warming is an important issue around the world. Recently, it has created problems in the Western Ghats rainforests of India. Forests are important for slow down global warming because of the work that trees do for us. Trees are global cleaner. They take in carbon dioxide (CO2), the gas that heats the atmosphere. So, every time we cut down trees, we make global warming worse. Then global warming damage the forest more. More trees disappear because the change in temperature stops the normal growth of the forest. Nowadays, rainforests get less rain, and this is changing the way they work. Governments around the world are beginning to work on the problem. Although governments say they will stop the damage to forests, scientists don't think the work is happening quickly enough. The scientists say the forests are changing, the animals and the plants that animals need are changing. In fact, scientists believe 45% of the forest areas are going to change completely in the next 80 years. This is where the purple frog becomes important. A report tells us that the frog is in danger of disappearing forever. The frog can run very fast, makes a noise like a small chicken, and is one of the most unusual animals in the world. Of course, for some people, the end of one type of fox is not important, but it is for Bijudas, a researcher from Delhi University, who discovered it in 2003. For him, the problems of the purple frog show that global warming is doing the Indian forest. He explained that his interesting animal won't be around much longer if we don't take care of the forest.
Hello,
Thank
my
you.
name is Pachayida Khotham, number 19, sec 124. Okay, everyone. Today we are talking about interesting place. I like to talk about the city of Vancouver in British Columbia, Canada. It's one of the most beautiful cities in the world. We often think cities are urban areas with traffic and modern buildings. We don't usually think cities have woods, lakes, and fields, but Vancouver is a green city, a place that is good to live in because it has clean air, water, and land. Vancouver has the best parts of green forest and city life. I would like to talk about some history of Vancouver as well as some of the advantages and disadvantages of this green city. Vancouver originally was a place where the native people of the area lived and traded. 4,000 of years before Europeans came to live there in the 1800s. Then in 1886, in the first city meeting, the people of Vancouver asked the national government to give the city 1,000 acres to use as a park. They got the land from the government and started Stanley Park. This was the start of Vancouver becoming a green city with many parks and beautiful views. But being a green city with lots of parks has both advantages and disadvantages. First of all, let's look at some of the advantages. Obviously, Stanley Park is a large park. In fact, because it is located in the city of Vancouver, it is the third largest urban park in North America. It has many gardens, working paths, trees, and even animals like bird, eagle, coyote, and seal. As we know, lots of trees help clean the city air. Also, lots of parks give people many places to walk, so they are healthier. Since Vancouver is near the mountains and the ocean, people can enjoy the outdoors easily during the warm, sunny summers. When people go to Stanley Park, they can enjoy ancient trees as we walk near the ocean, or they can have fun by Beaver Lake, which, like Stanley Park, help make Vancouver one of the healthiest and cleanest city in the world.
Hello, my name is Kanchanok Chai Sakon, number 39. Okay, everyone. Today we are talking about interesting places. I like to talk about the city of Vancouver in British Columbia, Canada. It's one of the most beautiful cities in the world. We often think cities are urban areas with traffic and modern buildings. We do not actually think cities have woods, lakes, and fields, but Vancouver is a clean city, a place that is good to live in because it has clean air, water, and land. Vancouver has the best of parks of green forests and the city life. I would like to talk about some history of Vancouver, as well as some of the advantages and disadvantages of the green city. Vancouver originally was a peak where the native people of the area lived and traded of thousands of years before Europeans came to live there in 18,000. Then in 1886, at the first city meeting, the people of Vancouver asked the national government to give the city 1,000 acres to use as a park. Then got the land from the government and started parks. This was the start of Vancouver becoming a green city with many parks and beautiful views. But being a green city with a lot of parks has both advantages and disadvantages. First of all, let's look at some of the advantages. Obviously, Stanley Park is a large park. In fact, because it is located in the city of Vancouver, it is the third largest urban park in North America. It has many gardens, walking paths, trees, and even animals like bald eagles, coyotes, and seals. As we know, a lot of trees help clean the city air. Also, lots of parks give people many places to walk, so they are held there. Since Vancouver is near the mountain and the oceans, people can enjoy the outdoor oceans during the warm, sunny summers. When people go to Stanley Park, they can enjoy ancient law. Global warming is an important issue around the world. Recently, it has created problems in the winter gas rainforest for India. Forests are important for slowing down global warming because of the work that trees do for us. Trees are global cleaners. They take in carbon dioxide, the gas that heats the atmosphere. So every time we cut down trees, we make global warming worse. Then global warming damage the forest more. More trees disappear because of the change in temperature stop the normal growth of the forest. Nowadays, rainforest gets rain, and this is changing the way they work. Governments allow the world and beginning to work on the problem. Although governments say they will stop the damage to forests, scientists don't think to work the happening quickly enough. The scientists say the forests are changing the animals and the plants. That animal needs are changing. In fact, scientists believe 45% of the forest areas are going to change completely in the next 80 years. This is where the purple frog becomes important. A report tells us that the frog is in the danger of disappearing forever. The frog can run very fast, makes a noise like a small chicken, and is one of the most unusual animals in the world. Of course, for some people, the end of one type for frog is not important, but it is for Beiju Dust, a researcher for Delhi University, who discovered it in 2003. For him, the problems of the purple frog show what global warming is doing to the Indian rainforest. He explained that its interest animal would be allowed much longer if we don't take care of the forest. Thank you.